I remember a friend of mine asked me, how do you think Jet and his sister feel about, George selling off Star Wars? I mean, that's kind of... Did you see how much he sold it for? You know who's getting that money? Don't feel bad for them. They're going to do just fine. Don't worry about it.
So if we have an Arnold cameo, if we continue...
Get to the chopper!
Right.
Oh, we have to.
Yeah, just something, well, if you need advice on how to kill it, I can tell you, but I'm not going out there next time.
How have you been hiding that? That was amazing!
So if we do that...
Just do the whole show in
as Arnold. But if we continuation from the first one on board, it's just the rich mythology.
Going back to the original Predator, what's your favorite line?
Get to the chopper!
I can't quote my favorite line because it's not fit for AMC. But it's Shane Black does it. Some of the entire helicopter scene in the beginning as they're going. Tons of lines you can pull there, and Arnold's at the end. You one ugly mother.
Yeah.
Just please, more.
Mine is Jesse the Body Ventura.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't got time to bleed.
So good.
I ain't
got time to duck?
It would be a wasted opportunity if they didn't have Schwarzenegger in this cameo get to the chopper. It'd be a wasted opportunity to not throw
I actually
that
was
in there.
driving once and saw a guy with license plate that was get to the chopper, and I actually took.
Did he follow him?
And speaking of which, Poncho, underrated character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is Arnold Schwarzenegger's solo film career dead? Sabotage, The Last Stand, Escape Plan, all flops. Do you believe his misconduct and infidelity in his private life and the way he handled it finally shattered the notion that Hollywood and audiences don't care what you do as long as you churn out the cash and put butts in the seats? The ultimate test will be his involvement in Terminator Genisys and any other formerly successful franchise he tries to revisit.
Still governor.
I'm here. You know, if you need me, I'm here. Just give me a call.
I give you 5 minutes.
Come on.
But we should all do Arnold. And Schwarzenegger, you're going to be reading my script, Santa Claus versus the Martians. And you're going to be Santa Claus.
Is that Jingle All the Way sequel?
I'm writing it right now. It has nothing to do with Jingle All the Way. Arnold Schwarzenegger is Santa Claus with giant guns.
After watching Sabotage, there's a scene in Sabotage, if you haven't seen it, and let's face it, none of you have seen it. There's a scene in Sabotage where Schwarzenegger's just in the gym pumping iron, and I'm like, oh my God!
Yeah.
He got back on the horse steroids, and he looks amazing. Yeah. Now, after seeing that scene, I'm like, bring on King Conan. Bring on King Conan.
Right.
I'm ready.
I really want him to do King Conan. I don't want to hear about it again. I've been hearing about it forever for 20 years.
I want to get a Milius version of that, though.
Right? Come on. Just bring him in as a consultant, because it's like those guys rocked it.
Yep.
Conan the Barbarian, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, you were just born in like 1983. Watch Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
It's great.
Where Schwarzenegger, 43 minutes into the movie before he has his first line?
Right. The cries and lamentations of their women. Just the soundtrack alone. Basil, come on.
Phantom Menace worked. Phantom Menace
the
made
marketing,
money.
The marketing for Phantom Menace.
Right.
Look, I've said this the whole time. I still believe, to me, the best trailer I've ever seen was that first full trailer for Star Wars: The Phantom Menace.
Yes.
It's an amazing frickin' trailer to one of the biggest pieces of garbage and abominations.
Most disappointing, destructive, emotional flop.
Yeah, but a great trailer, and it works.
Yeah, who's Darth Maul? That double lightsaber. What's going on? Phantom Menace. I can't wait. A year later, crying in a corner. What happened? Just freaking out.
When Disney announced the new Star Wars trilogy, they also suggested that they would be developing a number of standalone Star Wars films within the same universe, but outside of episodes 7, 8, and 9 storylines. So today, a popular website, Ain't It Cool News, is claiming they've uncovered that the first standalone Star Wars film will be Yoda. So John, is it a good idea to make a standalone Yoda film?
No! This is terrible. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, smash my face into a brick wall, stupid. Look, everybody knows what a freaking fanatic I am of Star Wars. Everybody knows this. So you'd think, it's Yoda, one of John's favorite characters. Of course he's good. No! Haven't you learned anything? Don't go the prequel route with this stuff. Don't do it. Stay away from the prequels. This is just ludicrous. Look, I understand we have Darth Vader, the central figure in all of Star Wars, and I understood the original concept for the prequels to go back and understand where he came from. How did, Luke's father go from Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader? I get it, but we don't need to uncover every single mystery with every single character. The beautiful thing about the Star Wars universe is that it's huge. You have all these cultures. You have all these characters. It's time to move forward, not move backwards. I don't need to see Yoda as a kid. That didn't work out the first time you did it. It's not going to work out now. I love the character, but he died. Let's move on. Let's explore this universe. Forget prequel stuff, please. John, am I crazy?
Hey, you know what? Remember the Star Wars Christmas special with Chewbacca and his family?
The first time we saw Boba Fett, my friend.
Yeah, his little friend Chubbles, the little baby Wookiee, and they were all on the crystal planet Kaishak, the Wookiee planet.
Yep.
And they had a light day. Remember that?
Yep, Light Day. And Princess Leia sang the
that was
song.
really fun. I think Neen Noob has to have his own movie. I want to see. I want to see Biggs Darklighter, the early years on Tatooine where he's just getting drunk talking about the rebellion. Young Grievous, wouldn't that be great?
Oh yeah, young Grievous.
When he only had 3 arms. The Saga of Salacious Crumb, The Solo Adventures of Bib Fortuna. My Name is Forlom. Mission Dengar. It's limitless. You can all these movies be just so amazing. As opposed to make stuff that would be really, really amazing. Like in 3D, Jabba. Just you know.
They just want to keep making money off the franchise. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
but there's better ways to
about-
do it.
Yeah.
I got a cool visual for you guys. World War Z, like all those stupid zombies running. What if it's like 5,000 Jabba the Hutts? Like all those slugs like, pooping a weird worm type thing. Like, it's Jabba and his minions. And they're all like coming at you. Like,
I go see
look,
it.
it's all CG, guys. Thousands of slugs.
Well, we'll see.
Do you think that one of the Star Wars spin-off films could be how Darth Maul came to be a Sith? Or is it possible we could see Darth Maul return in the new trilogy? Because as I am sure you know, John, it's hard to kill a Sith. Would love to know your thoughts. Thanks, and keep up the great work. Well, Schnepp, let's start with you. Do you think there's any possibility that one of these spin-offs could, and we're going to get lots of spin-offs. It's not just the first 2. Do you think eventually one of them could be about a Darth Maul?
I can't see why not. I mean, especially if they're doing spin-offs already on Boba Fett and Han Solo and possibly Yoda later after that. There's an amazing assortment of characters that we would all love to know more about and see a standalone movie. So I can't see why they wouldn't do like a prequel to Darth Maul, like how did he become a Sith, how did he meet Sidious and all those things. I don't think he's going to be part of Episode 7. I think they kind of took care of him in the Clone Wars, where they gave him like a spider body, or like robot legs, and everyone. I mean, I thought he was dead, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what? He's in the animated 3D Clone Wars, and there's like another dude who looks just like him. I can't remember what his name is.
His brother or something like that.
Yeah. So. I think they've expanded on that character and his universe and the people who like what planet he's from and things like that. So I don't see necessarily like them doing a spin-off standalone movie in the next 5 years, but probably in the 10, 20 years, there'll be a standalone Darth Maul.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you. I don't think they will do it. And this, once again, we get into this really weird discussion about the complex and just incomprehensible world of Star Wars canon.
Right.
Snep's right. In the Clone Wars cartoon, we saw Darth Maul come back, and he had this. They eventually got him this spider body, and him and his brother started doing all this stuff. But remember, just because that happened in the cartoon doesn't mean that's not canon. That doesn't affect the movies. In the movie universe, I'm pretty sure he's dead. And I'm pretty sure they'll keep him dead. But like Schnepp says, anything's possible. But I just don't have a feeling that they're interested in going in the direction of Darth Maul or really seeing anything that goes on with him. Plus, doing a backstory on a character like Maul, he was probably my favorite character in The Phantom Menace. That's not saying much, but the thing is, doing a prequel on him, he was in one movie and then dead. So if you do a prequel movie on him, it's going to be really hard for me to get any kind of emotional investment in the character when I just know, hey, as soon as he hits 30, as soon as he hits the timeline in Phantom Menace, he's dead. He's gone. So I don't know. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of prequels, but I don't think we're going to see him. But who knows? Like Schnepp says, anything's possible.
Isn't the Clone Wars, isn't that canon, though? Because it was made by Lucasfilm and George oversaw all of the stories and everything?
No, the guy who's in charge, they called him for a long time, they called him the Canon Czar.
Right.
He says, there's canon, and then there's canon, or what they call over there G canon, which is the actual movies episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, they are G canon, and nothing else is actually G canon. So the movies don't adhere to anything that happened in the cartoons. They can if they wish, but they're not beholden to anything that happens in anything else in the Star Wars expanded universe, including the cartoons.
I call poo-poo on that. That's canon fodder for me. That's what I say.
That the Clone Wars cartoons are now officially a part of canon for a while for a long time they were not. John, break down what all this means for the Star Wars movie universe moving forward.
This is rather ironic because Schnepp and I did Mailbag this weekend, and what we do now is we pre-record the Mailbag episodes on Thursdays. And a question came up about, hey, do you think Darth Maul will be back? So we're recording on Thursday, the Saturday episode of Mailbag. And I'm sitting there and I answer this question, well, the Clone Wars, I mean, we know Darth Maul came back in the Clone Wars, but Clone Wars are not canon, you know? They're a part of they live in this purgatory between not canon and canon. It's not G canon. I go on and on and on. And Schnepp's like, no, I think I heard it's canon. I'm like, no, Schnepp, you poor, dumb little thing.
Uninformed, non-canon, knowing fool.
You unwashed masses. No, it's not canon. And then 24 hours later, the day before we released that episode, Star Wars puts out this.
They'll have Batman standing in front of it. So
yeah, I doubt it. I don't think they're ready to show us that. Now, yesterday, we showed you that Zack Snyder, he tweeted out the very first sneak peek, still kind of half under the tarp, of the Batmobile. And he said, more to become uncovered tomorrow. So we were kind of expecting a shot of the Batmobile. Now, yesterday, some buffoon at this table, I'm not going to name names, said, wouldn't it be cool if they actually showed Batman standing in front of the Batmobile? To which I rightfully replied, Schnepp, you ignorant slut. You fool. You moron, you optimistic nerd. Of course they're not going to show Batman standing in front of the Batmobile, and of course I was right. Oh wait, I was wrong.
See, guys, in my amazing, just my brain, I don't know how it's magical how it works. I was going back to Michael Keaton and how a lot of people were like had problems with Michael Keaton being cast as Batman. This is a lot before you guys were born. This was like back in 1988, and how they premiered him as Batman is I think it was an Entertainment Weekly. They premiered it in a magazine, a weekly magazine. This is before the internet worked.
It was made with paper.
Yeah, paper.
Yeah, old
papyrus
stuff.
From trees. But it was Michael Keaton in the full black outfit with the Batmobile, the really badass Tim Burton style Batmobile. And so for some reason, yesterday when I saw that back end part and we were talking about, it looks like the Tumbler and a little bit of Burton's Batmobile, I was like, wouldn't it be cool? I didn't think they would do it, but it makes sense.
No, own it, man. Own it. Say you knew.
Guys, I totally knew it was going to happen.
Schnepp, are you excited for a Tetris movie?
Don't lie now.
I like shapes. I like moving shapes around and fitting them into other shapes. But that's not a movie, all right? This is idiotic. This is we've reached a new low where we have some executive explaining, we're not putting feet on the shapes, but it's shapes. It's like, come up with another, why even Tetris? Philbix, Gromlower, Scrimbix. There's a brand new title. You don't have to pay for the IP. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm adapting a brand new movie. It's called Breakout. It's about some dudes in a rainbow prison.
All right, let's take a few more.
All right, so Joe Mahoney asks, hey John, is there any updates on the Ferris Bueller sequel? And to keep it up from the marathon, Phil G is Batman.
Pardon me. I don't think so. There were some whispers and rumors. Remember there was that Ferris Bueller car commercial that came out around Super Bowl last year. That was actually pretty cool.
Everyone started freaking out.
And everyone started talking about it, and then all these talks started coming out about a Ferris Bueller's Day Off 2 movie. I don't think it's actually happening. It might. It's possible, but I think a lot of it is just the stuff that floated around as rumor and innuendo. I don't think we're actually going to see a Ferris Bueller's Day Off 2. It's possible, but I don't. If I had to put money on it, I would guess that it's not happening.